What's up, everybody? Noah Kisher back here for your review of Hearts Down Under, or as many other people will know it, Romance on the Menu. This is the brand new Cindy Busby film, also starring Tim Ross. Caroline Wilson is a New York restaurateur. She inherits a cafe in Lemon Myrtle Cove, Australia, and she begins to fall in love with the place and its people, in particular, the cafe's charming chef named Simon Cook, again, played by Tim Ross. This actress right here, Cindy Busby, is a favorite of mine. I'm going to rank her not as high, obviously, as Candace Cameron Bure, Lacey Chabert, Danica McKellar. Not as high as those by any means, but I really enjoy her as a Hallmark actress and as an actress in general. She is really, really great in these films. Now, is it something that you are going to sit there and be like, this is an Oscar-winning performance? No, she is not Frances McDormand, Viola Davis, Carey Mulligan, Meryl Streep, Katharine Hepburn, Florence Pugh, Saoirse Ronan. She's none of those. But for a Hallmark movie actress and the Lifetime movie actress along with Heartland, she's a really good actress here. I've enjoyed the majority of her films. Last year, she only had one film that I didn't really enjoy, and that was Follow Me to Daisy Hills. Last year, she also had Romance in the Air as well as Love in the Forecast. I loved those two, particularly Love in the Forecast, and this year she already had one just about a month ago, which was Chasing Waterfalls, again with Christopher Russell, who she teamed up with in Love in the Forecast. This film is one that was supposed to come out later, but I think ratings are so good right now for their Hallmark films that they wanted to just keep pumping them out, and believe me, I get it. Now, is this anything special? Is this another Love in the Forecast? Is this another Chasing Waterfalls? Or A Godwin Christmas Meant for Love? Or something like that? No. But is it a Follow Me to Daisy Hills? No, because I didn't really care for that one all that much, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. It was just nothing amazing. Now, this is nothing amazing, but it's nothing bad either. It's just a fine Hallmark film. Cindy Busby can deliver a smile to my face every single time I see her on screen. It is just her personality. Now, where does this film go wrong? Well, I'm going to go into that in just a minute, but I want to go into what I liked about the film first. Because with Hallmark films, I always like to start with the positives. And that's what I'm going to do from now on, with the Hallmark films in particular. This film here had beautiful cinematography in Australia. Beautiful cinematography, great natural lighting, as well as studio lighting. Hallmark likes to use a lot of shiny and just bright places, but every once in a while, when they do get a brief moment of darkness, they use great studio lights. With this film in particular, they use a lot of natural lighting because it's very bright. It is very bright, a significant time change from here to there. I believe it's like 16 hours. So, this film here had a decent performance from Disney, from Cindy Busby and Tim Ross. But where does the film falter? Where it really has a problem is the chemistry between the two stars. And they get the chemistry going about the last 20 minutes. Well, excuse me, about halfway through. About halfway through is where they actually get the chemistry going. You get your typical, your cute typical look and your flirty moments here and there. But the problem is they don't really get the chemistry going until the X comes in, which is very sudden. It is unneeded, but you need to have some sort of drama to have the Hallmark style breakup or disagreement. The film didn't really do a good job of making me believe that this was actually believable. One, we only saw the X for a second or two, if at all. I barely remembered seeing him. he's not all that important to the plot until this point, and even then he's only in it for like 5 minutes. So that deems your whole film pointless. And they make up so quickly that it's kind of like a throwaway thing when it was supposed to be a big deal that this ex came back in and said, hey, I'm the fiance. Hello, now you need to break up. Let's go home. I was only one island over, so I decided to come and see it because I had the private jet. And now I want to be with you because you are a big, successful woman. That's why I want to be with you now. The movie really didn't do a good job of writing that storyline into it. That portion of the film was poorly done. But what was really, really well done was the writing for the comedic food fight that happens. Now, with this film, you're not going to get a magnificent story. You're not going to get a magnificent performance. You are not going to get Oscar caliber anything. And they aren't trying to. They are not trying to. Believe me. Now, this film is not the worst of the year. It is not the worst of the year. I personally enjoyed this more than a couple other films. But it's not like It Was Always You, Chasing Waterfalls, Taking a Shot at Love, nothing like that. Or even Right in Front of Me. I'm going to rank this probably in the lower tier of the Hallmark films, but my lowest one is playing Cupid with a 2.5. This will probably end up being a 3.5 star. I'm going to give Hearts Down Under a B. That's just I am going to go to a B minus. I'm not saying it's an awful Hallmark film because a awful Hallmark film is something like How to Train Your How to Train Your Husband. How to Train Your Husband. As well as Bad Date Chronicles. Those were two bad Hallmark films, but those were ones that they actually got from other studios, like this one. And this is where the Hallmark films start to falter a little bit. But with Right in Front of Me, their original mystery films, their original Christmas films, they really shine there. And I think these are pretty much just to go, hey, here's another Hallmark film for you. This is just to buddy her up for the better ones, because we do have a better one, and I'm going to get into what the ratings were for last week's film, as well as if we have ratings for this one so far. So let's take a look at that very, very quickly, and I'm going to look at, in the next video, what is the next Hallmark films coming out. So, last week's film was Right in Front of Me, and I didn't go over As Luck Would Have It. So, As Luck Would Have It got a 2.16 million viewers. Right in Front of Me got lowered just a little bit at 2.11. And Hearts Down Under crept back up to 2.14. So this is a pretty decent viewing average for a Hallmark film. One Winter Wedding, or as it should have been called, well, that is what it should have been called, but One Perfect Wedding should have been up with the Winterfest films. And you could have put something like Fit for a Prince down here. Which is when we're going to get into a little discussion on why I think a couple of these Summer Nights films and a couple of these bonus original films and the mystery films kind of don't fit. Particularly one or two of them. So I will see all of you guys in that video, and I will see you guys next time.